Hello, and welcome to this episode of Low Carb in the Leaves with me. If you can hear that scurrying background noise, that's my dog digging in the driveway. This week we're talking about weight loss and how I think it is incredibly important to reframe your brain with weight loss when you embark on, as I like to say, low carb, real food journey. I think that absolutely everybody I meet wants weight loss to be faster than it is, even when it's going well. And this, I think, is a very, very important issue to address and keep readdressing. Calorie restricted diets can result in pretty rapid weight loss. So that is diets like, the meal prescription programs, the shakes, the point counting programs, things of like, Biggest Loser. There's so many of them though, these calorie restriction challenges online. The thing is that when you dramatically and continually restrict your calories, you lose weight, but a lot of that weight is bone and muscle. See, when we say we want to lose weight, it's raining. What we actually want to lose is fat. Very few of us want to lose bone and muscle. Very few of us want to, be sickly and weak. What we want is reduced fat stores. And so the beautiful thing about low carb real food diets is that provided you don't restrict your calories too much, you don't tend to lose your bone and muscle because you are nourishing your body with protein-rich food, with good food. Bone and muscle can actually increase, especially if you're doing a little bit of resistance exercise, especially if you're addressing other lifestyle factors like your sleep and your stress and your beautiful mind management. So you can in fact be gaining bone and muscle which contain mass, that is weight. So just the scales on their own are a pretty crude measure of what is going on. And the other thing is, I think people get this idea or this expectation that they need to lose a certain amount. If they're not losing 2 kilos a week, they're an utter failure because perhaps everyone's different, but perhaps there's been this expectation with previous weight loss programs that you would lose that much. And if you didn't lose that much, then you were an utter failure. Bear in mind that we expect weight loss to be slower with this kind of a healing, nourishing program, and that weight loss is a really crude measure. I would celebrate all weight loss. I really would, and be very, very conscious about it because it's not a very nice thing to do to your brain if, you weigh in at 3 weeks, if you're weighing in, and you don't have to weigh in at all if you don't want to ever, and you've lost, 1.8 kilos, and then you tell your brain that is just not enough, that's useless, that waste of time, this isn't working. That's a terrible message to give yourself. So, yesterday I talked about celebrating the non-scale victories, which to my mind, that they are so important. They are almost everything. The weight loss is a happy side effect for the beautiful health and energy, improved blood work, improved quality of life, improved symptoms that people gain with this healthy lifestyle change that we advocate. And weight loss is awesome, but it's kind of secondary in my mind. But I do appreciate and understand that that is not how many people view it. And if you don't view it that way, that's okay. It is important, however, to keep weight loss in its proper place. Don't let it become your king, queen, guiding principle. Don't let it become your deity. And especially don't let the scales be your deity. Don't let the scales dictate your sense of self-worth. That is not a very good idea because the scales are so inaccurate, because the scales will change depending on whether or not you need to do a wee or a poo, depending on how much food you've got in your stomach, how hydrated you are, whether or not you're gaining bone or muscle. They're a really crude measure. And if your self-worth is wrapped up on what that little dial will tell you, then you are giving that pretty stupid, at least pretty unsophisticated device. Too much power. Take back your power, beautiful people. For the rest of the week, I'll talk about a few reasons why weight loss might be slower than people would want, or practical things that really do potentially slow down fat loss on a low-carb diet, which are important to address as long as you can keep it in its proper place. See you guys.